Morning routine. I woke up at 6 and opened the blue curtains. She got out of bed when the alarm rang. He made coffee in a small silver pot. We ate toast with honey before work. My brother drank orange juice beside the kitchen window. I put my keys in my brown jacket pocket. She wore a red scarf because the morning was cold. They left the apartment at 7:30. I forgot my lunch on the kitchen table. The sun rose behind the houses as I walked outside. Commuting. I took the bus near the bakery. She drove to the station in heavy traffic. We rode our bikes along the river path. He stood on the crowded train for 20 minutes. They got off at the wrong stop. I ran across the street when the light turned green. My father caught the early train to the city. The taxi driver knew a faster route through the park. I paid for the ticket with coins. She lost her Metro card inside her bag. At work. I wrote a short report after the meeting. She sent the files to her manager before lunch. He spoke to a customer on the phone. We held a team meeting in the glass room. They chose a new design for the website. My boss gave me clear instructions. I read 3 emails before 9 o'clock. She found a mistake in the price list. He kept the important papers in a locked drawer. We understood the new schedule after the explanation. School and classes. The teacher taught us a song about animals. I took notes in a green notebook. She wrote the answer on the whiteboard. We read a story about a brave sailor. He forgot his pencil case at home. They sat in a circle for the speaking activity. I knew the answer and raised my hand. The students drew a map of their town. She began the exam at exactly 10. He brought a poster for his history project. Shopping. I bought a warm coat at the market. She chose the black shoes near the window. He paid with a card at the counter. We found fresh apples in a wooden box. They spent €30 on school supplies. I saw a sale sign in the bookstore. My sister tried on a yellow dress. The cashier gave me a paper receipt. He left the store with 2 heavy bags. We brought reusable bags from home. Cooking. I made vegetable soup in a large pot. She cut the onions and put them in the pan. He broke 2 eggs into a blue bowl. We ate pasta with tomato sauce for dinner. They drank cold water after the spicy meal. My mother taught me how to bake bread. I forgot the salt, so the rice tasted plain. She shook the bottle of olive oil before cooking. He kept the chicken in the fridge overnight. We took the cake out of the oven carefully. Restaurants. We went to a small Italian restaurant. I chose grilled fish from the menu. She had a salad with cheese and olives. The waiter brought bread to our table. He drank lemonade from a tall glass. They ate dessert under the warm lights. I paid the bill at the front desk. She left a tip on the white plate. We sat near the window and watched the street. The chef came out and smiled at the guests. Travel. I flew to Dublin with my cousin. She took a photo of the old bridge. We saw mountains from the bus window. He bought a map at the airport shop. They went through security with small backpacks. I met a friendly traveler at the station. She lost her sunglasses on the ferry. We brought snacks for the long journey. He slept on the plane with a neck pillow. The guide told us stories about the castle. Hotel stay. We got a room on the 5th floor. I gave my passport to the receptionist. She found clean towels in the bathroom. He put his suitcase beside the bed. They heard loud music from the next room. I slept well under a thick blanket. She woke up early for the hotel breakfast. We paid extra for a room with a sea view. The cleaner came while we were at the museum. I left the keycard at reception. Health and pharmacy. I felt tired after the long walk. She went to the pharmacy for cough syrup. He took a tablet with a glass of water. The doctor told me to rest for 2 days. We bought bandages for my brother's knee. I cut my finger while opening a can. She drank warm tea for her sore throat. He saw a nurse in the clinic. They kept the medicine in a high cupboard. My mother brought soup when I was sick. Sports. Our team won the match in the rain. He ran 5 kilometers around the stadium. She swam across the pool in 1 minute. I threw the ball to my teammate. They caught the ball near the goal. We rode horses on a sandy track. The coach gave us water during the break. I fell on the grass, but stood up quickly. She wore white trainers for the race. He beat his best time by 3 seconds. Weekend activities. We went hiking in the hills on Saturday. I slept late and missed breakfast. She made pancakes for the children. They saw a street musician in the square. He took his dog to the park. I read a novel on the balcony. My friends came over for a board game. We spent the afternoon at the lake. She sang karaoke in a small bar. I rode a scooter along the beach road. Family moments. My grandmother told us a funny story. We ate dinner together at the round table. My uncle brought flowers for my aunt. The children drew pictures for their parents. My sister gave the baby a soft toy. I held my nephew's hand near the road. They came to our house for my birthday. My father made a wooden shelf for the living room. We took a family photo in the garden. My cousin wore a funny hat at the party. Friends and social plans. I met my friends outside the cinema. She sent a message about the picnic. We chose a quiet cafe near the library. He brought a guitar to the picnic blanket. They sang old songs by the river. I told a joke, and everyone laughed. She wore a green jacket to the party. We spent 2 hours talking in the park. My friend gave me directions to his flat. We left the party before midnight. Home repairs. I broke a glass shelf in the bathroom. He fixed the chair after one leg came loose. We put new tiles on the kitchen wall. She bought a hammer at the hardware store. They found a leak under the sink. My neighbor lent me a ladder. I cut the wooden board in the garage. He hung a mirror above the sofa. We swept the floor after painting the room. The plumber came with a red toolbox. Weather and seasons. The wind blew leaves across the street. It began to snow during the night. We saw dark clouds above the football field. She wore boots after the rain. The river froze near the old bridge. I felt cold in the open garden. They took umbrellas to the concert. The sun shone through the kitchen window. He ran home when the storm started. We kept warm by the fire in winter. Technology. I sent a photo from my phone. She wrote the password on a sticky note. He found an old laptop in the closet. We chose a new app for video calls. They put the speaker on the wooden desk. I read the instructions on the screen. My phone rang during the online class. She lost the charger behind the sofa. He bought headphones for the train journey. We understood the error message after a minute. Money and banking. I paid the rent on Monday morning. She spent less money at the supermarket. He withdrew cash from the machine. We gave the waiter the exact amount. They lent me £10 for the taxi. I found a coin under the sofa cushion. She forgot her PIN at the cash machine. The bank sent a letter about my account. He kept his savings in a small account. We bought travel insurance before the trip. Lost and found. I lost my wallet near the bus stop. She found a silver ring on the stairs. He gave the lost phone to the police officer. We wrote our names on the suitcase tags. They took the black umbrella by mistake. I put my passport in the front pocket. She left her gloves on the cafe chair. He saw his backpack behind the information desk. The receptionist kept the keys in a box. My friend brought back my blue notebook. Emergencies. I heard a loud crash in the street. She ran to the door when the alarm rang. He called an ambulance from the parking lot. We saw smoke above the shop roof. They broke the window to escape the fire. The firefighter gave the child a warm blanket. I felt nervous during the power cut. She took the first aid kit from the shelf. The police came quickly after the call. We stood outside until the building was safe. City services. I went to the library to return 2 books. She took a number at the post office. He sent a package to his sister. We paid a parking ticket at City Hall. They read the notice on the bus shelter. The librarian gave me a new card. I found the public toilet behind the museum. She spoke to the clerk about her address. We sat on a bench near the town hall. The bus driver knew the route to the hospital. Nature and outdoors. We saw deer near the forest path. I took a deep breath beside the waterfall. She found mushrooms under a pine tree. He built a small fire near the campsite. They swam in the clear lake at noon. The children ran across the meadow. We slept in a tent under the stars. I heard birds singing in the early morning. He caught a fish and let it go. Entertainment. We saw a comedy at the cinema. I bought popcorn before the film began. She read the concert program in her seat. He sang on stage with a local band. They sat in the front row at the play. The actor wore a purple coat. I met the singer after the show. She took a selfie beside the movie poster. We heard loud drums during the parade. The magician held a white rabbit in his hands. Holidays. We went to the beach for our summer holiday. I bought gifts for my parents at Christmas. She made a cake for New Year's Eve. They wore costumes at the Halloween party. He took fireworks to the open field. We ate grapes at midnight. My aunt gave me a handmade card. The children sang songs around the tree. We sent postcards from the island. I brought home a shell from the shore. Personal achievements. I got my driving license last month. She learned enough English to speak at the meeting. He won a prize for his science project. We built a small website for our club. I read 10 books during the summer. She ran her first race in the city park. He taught his sister to ride a bike. They sold homemade cookies at the school fair. I kept a diary for 100 days. She understood the instructions and finished the puzzle.